Let's start with the big idea. The central nervous system, your brain and spinal cord, is the body's command center. Every thought, movement, and adjustment you make begins here. Its job isn't just to react, but to coordinate information from the body and environment so everything works together smoothly. If you remember one thing from this lesson, remember this: the CNS keeps you alive, balanced, and functioning. Your body has many systems, but they don't work in isolation. Imagine your lungs speeding up without your heart keeping pace. Not ideal. Coordination is the key. The CNS pulls information from multiple systems and produces one fast, unified response. Survival depends on teamwork, and the CNS is the coach calling the plays. Homeostasis means maintaining stable internal conditions. The CNS does this in 3 repeating steps: detect change, interpret it, and respond. Receptors gather raw data, but they don't make decisions. The CNS does. This loop runs constantly, quietly, keeping everything within safe limits. Now we see coordination in action. When it's cold, your body doesn't choose just one response. You shiver, blood vessels constrict, and you change your behavior, maybe grabbing a jacket. The key idea here is that the CNS coordinates multiple responses at once, which is far more effective than a single reaction. The brain and spinal cord share the workload. The brain handles higher order tasks like thinking, memory, and voluntary movement. The spinal cord isn't just a message cable. It integrates information and generates rapid reflexes. This division of labor explains why injuries in different places cause very specific effects. Here's an important clarification. Reflexes do not bypass the CNS. They bypass conscious thought, but they are processed in the spinal cord, which is part of the CNS. This setup allows you to react instantly to danger, while the brain catches up a moment late. The goal isn't memorization, it's understanding the logic. Different brain regions contribute to the same overall goal, keeping you alive, stable, and adaptable. When you move, remember, or regulate temperature, multiple regions work together seamlessly. The forebrain focuses on interpretation, emotion, and conscious thought. The midbrain supports movement and sensory relay. The hindbrain controls essential life functions and fine-tunes movement. These divisions help organize complex functions into manageable systems. Each lobe has a functional focus. The frontal lobe plans and controls voluntary movement. The parietal lobe integrates sensory information. The temporal lobe handles hearing, language, and memory. The occipital lobe processes vision. Damage affects function, reminding us that structure and function are tightly linked. No, we see the big picture. The CNS isn't just a collection of parts, it's an integrated control system. Every response you make depends on communication across this network. The cerebrum supports thinking, speaking, planning, and voluntary movement. Even simple tasks like reading a sentence require multiple specialized areas working together in real time. Intelligence isn't housed in one spot. It's distributed. The cortex is folded for a reason. More folds mean more processing power. The hemispheres share many functions but communicate constantly through the corpus callosum. Some tasks are lateralized, but cooperation is the norm. Broca's area focuses on speech production. Wernicke's area focuses on comprehension. Damage to each produces very different outcomes, showing that fluent speech doesn't always mean meaningful communication, and vice versa. Think of the thalamus as a dispatcher, not a simple relay. It sorts, prioritizes, and directs sensory information so the cortex isn't overwhelmed. Attention depends on efficient routing. If one region screams homeostasis, it's the hypothalamus. It regulates temperature, hunger, thirst, and connects the nervous and endocrine systems. Small structure, massive responsibility. The brainstem controls breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure. Damage here can be life-threatening because these functions are non-negotiable. This is true life support circuitry. This network acts like a volume knob for consciousness. It influences alertness, sleep, and attention. Without it, the cortex can't fully engage with incoming information. The cerebellum fine-tunes movement. Practice improves performance because the cerebellum compares intended movement with actual movement and reduces error over time. Smoothness comes from repetition. Emotion and memory are deeply connected. The amygdala evaluates emotional significance, while the hippocampus forms long-term memories. Emotional experiences are often remembered most vividly, and for good reason. This isn't a wall, it's a partnership. When you exercise, voluntary systems move your body while involuntary systems adjust heart rate and breathing automatically. The CNS coordinates both simultaneously.